People are really hurting up here. A lot of people are really struggling for food. I know of people that have been independent on their own for years who have now moved in with their parents, and the grandparents have moved in with their kids. So it's like a multi-generational family system going on, right? Sign of the times. So I know a lot of people who are pulling their money out of the bank. A lot of people, they need that to live on. They can't save money anymore, folks. They just can't. I'll tell you a real short story. I spoke to a young lady. Now, let me go back. New Englanders, Mainers, are just known countrywide for their work ethic. We have a pretty strong work ethic up here. For the most part. We have our lazies, folks. We have our lazy people. We certainly do. This lady, she was buying a whole bunch of blackberries. Said she was going to make jelly. And she thought she might make a blackberry pie. I know this person because everybody knows everybody up here. And it's raining. I knew that was coming. She said she's dedicated her paycheck for that week, which is bi-weekly, so she gets paid twice a month. She dedicated that paycheck to buying just 4 blackberries that somebody else picked, that somebody else was selling for an ungodly price. I asked her if she was going to get a discount for buying so many blackberries. She said no. Said she worked 2 weeks for just those blackberries right there to make jelly. I've been to her house quite a few times. She's got more wild blackberries than I do here, and I've got quite a pile of wild blackberries here, folks. More than I can eat, actually. I asked her what happened to her blackberry bushes. And she said that she would never pick any blackberries. She'll buy them. Somebody else picked them. She doesn't know if their hands were even clean when they picked them, right? She was going to pay all that money for blackberries when she's got free blackberries all around her place that she refuses to pick. She said she can see them. She said they look beautiful and big and plump, which they are this year. They're exceptionally sweet this year. And nice and plump. She won't do that. Said she'd have to put on pants and long sleeve, and it was too hot and humid to do that. I said, well, you can always go out in the morning when it's a little bit cool and go pick the blackberries. Said she didn't want to do that. She'd rather work I know what she does for work, folks, and it's a very hard job. She would rather work 2 weeks to buy blackberries than she would to go out and collect hers that are free in the yard. That mentality I don't understand. I don't understand that mentality. I don't understand. I can't even comprehend that way of thinking. I can't. There's lazy, and there's lazy in her yard that are just going to waste. Because they're just the birds will eat them, the wild birds will eat them, maybe a bear will pass through. They'll drop on the ground, and they'll rot right in her yard. And she doesn't want to pick them. There's all kinds of excuses. Too hot. She doesn't want to get pricked. She doesn't want to get wet. She doesn't want to get sweaty. To me, that's just not common sense whatsoever. But anyway, this is a video about nothing, I guess. Just me talking. It's hard for me to think, understand, comprehend how lazy people have allowed themselves to be. I don't get it. Don't understand it. I just don't get it, folks.